A bombardment seemingly out of the blue, but not Damascus bombing Syrian rebels this time, but the US Air Force with Arab allies. Critics will call it yet another US-led military intervention in a foreign country without UN Security Council approval. But the fanatical followers of the so-called Islamic State use barbaric methods, and they're seen as a threat that could envelop the whole region in chaos.
I'm aware that today's strikes were not carried out at the direct request of the Syrian government, but I note that the government was informed beforehand. I also note that the strikes took place in areas no longer under the effective control of that government.
These attacks are the strongest international response yet to the so-called Islamic State network, led by the US, but also involving Jordan, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Qatar, and the United Arab Emirates, most of them also taking an active military role. The aim, to degrade key areas in these shaded zones, controlled and also supported by the extremists. The strikes themselves were carried out by fighters, bombers, and unmanned drones, plus dozens of Tomahawk land attack missiles, a massive barrage. They hit a wide area, including Raqqa, which is seen as an IS stronghold. Targets included command and control centres, training camps, and even a finance centre used by the extremists, though it's thought IS dispersed some of its fighters and weapons in anticipation of the attack. Ironically, the Syrian president could well benefit from this turn of events. Only a year ago, his government was the potential target of US strikes. Now, the Americans are taking on some of his enemies for him.
It's inevitable that airstrikes against ISIS will help the Assad regime. That's just an unintended consequence. We are basically putting our fingers in the mangle of somebody else's civil war, and you have to do that sometimes.
And what of other unintended consequences? Kurds on the Turkish border say they're worried IS fighters are coming their way to flee the airstrikes. The refugee crisis there, already hundreds of thousands strong, could get even worse. Bridget Kendall, BBC News.